Have you ever pondered the secret to maintaining your independence and vitality as you gracefully advance in years? Have you perhaps worried about the possibility of a stumble or a fall affecting your cherished lifestyle? We are going to reveal the most effective single exercise, along with 3 additional powerful movements that can significantly enhance your balance and keep you feeling strong and steady after the age of 70. If you're watching this video, comment "Great" below. As we journey through life, particularly as we cross the threshold of 70, our sense of equilibrium transforms from a mere physical attribute into the very cornerstone of our safety, autonomy, and everyday self-assurance. Beyond this age, even a minor loss of footing can unfortunately trigger significant life changes. This is precisely why nurturing and improving your balance isn't just a suggestion. It's an absolute necessity for a vibrant and fulfilling later life. But here's an empowering revelation. You don't need an extensive list of complex exercises or costly gym memberships to begin fortifying your stability. In fact, sometimes, one straightforward movement, when practiced with intention, can yield more remarkable results than an intricate and overwhelming routine. In this informative video, we are thrilled to unveil the absolute best solitary exercise to dramatically improve your balance once you've celebrated your 70th birthday. Furthermore, we'll introduce you to 3 more complementary movements that synergistically work to safeguard your body, bolster your posture, and instill a profound sense of strength and confidence in your steps. Whether you've started to notice a slight unsteadiness while putting on your shoes, or perhaps you find yourself being more cautious when navigating uneven terrain, this video is specifically crafted for you. Because enhanced balance isn't solely about preventing falls. It's about liberating you to fully embrace life without the constant worry of losing your footing. It's about holding on to your freedom and joy. Make sure you stay with us until the very end of this video, as these 4 exercises, especially the very first one we'll share, are remarkably gentle, incredibly effective, and surprisingly potent. By the time you've finished watching, you'll not only gain a deeper understanding of how your balance system functions, but also acquire practical tools to actively strengthen it from the comfort and convenience of your own living room. And if you happen to be someone who believes it might be too late to make improvements, I wholeheartedly encourage you to stay with me. The insights you'll gain in the next few minutes might just revolutionize your perception of your body's incredible potential at any stage of life. Now, let's dive into the exercises that can make a real difference in your life. 1. The single leg stand. There's an understated yet immense power in the simple act of standing on just one leg. While it might sound incredibly basic, don't let its simplicity deceive you. This singular movement, when performed with focus and regularity, stands as one of the most impactful methods to enhance your balance after the age of 70. The single leg stand engages your brain, ankles, hips, and core muscles all at the same time. It actively strengthens the crucial stabilizer muscles that work tirelessly to keep you upright and steady. It also refines your coordination and subtly retrains your body on how to maintain proper alignment, even when you encounter slightly unsteady situations. The true value of this exercise lies in its remarkable mirroring of real-life scenarios. Just think about how frequently we naturally shift our weight throughout the day, whether we're walking, getting dressed, or simply stepping off a curb. Each of these everyday actions relies heavily on the very same balance skills that the single leg stand diligently strengthens. When you consciously practice standing on one leg, you are essentially training your body's natural reflexes to catch itself and prevent a potential fall before it even begins. This isn't just beneficial, it can be genuinely life-saving. To begin this fundamental exercise, position yourself near a stable surface, such as your kitchen counter or the back of a sturdy, heavy chair. Gently shift your body weight onto one leg and carefully lift the other foot just a few inches off the ground. Hold this position for a duration that feels comfortable for you, perhaps starting with 10 seconds, gradually increasing to 20, and maybe even aiming for 30 seconds as you progress. If you feel the need to lightly touch the counter for support, that's perfectly acceptable. Remember, this isn't a test of sheer strength. It's more like a mindful conversation with your own body, an opportunity to rebuild and strengthen the vital connection between your muscles and your mind. Perform this exercise once on each leg, and aim to repeat this set 2 or 3 times. As your strength and confidence grow, you can gently introduce variations, such as briefly closing your eyes while standing on one leg, only if you feel exceptionally steady, or extending your arms out to the sides for an added challenge. However, always prioritize safety and stability. The primary goal here isn't to push your limits aggressively, but rather to gently and gradually expand them with care and patience. The remarkable beauty of this movement is that it demands no specialized equipment, no trips to the gym, and no significant time commitment. You can seamlessly integrate it into your daily routine, perhaps while brushing your teeth, waiting for your food to heat up in the microwave, or even while standing in a queue at the grocery store. Over time, the cumulative effect of these small, consistent efforts will become noticeably apparent. Your footsteps will feel more grounded and secure. Your turns will become more fluid, and your overall sense of balance will transform into something you no longer have to consciously think about. It will simply function reliably, much like it did in your younger years. The single leg stand is far more than just a balance drill. It's a quiet, daily affirmation to yourself that your body is still responsive, still adaptable, and still possesses inherent strength to support you. You don't need to conquer monumental physical feats. You simply need to lift one foot off the ground and trust that with each repetition, you are actively rewriting the way your body navigates the world. And that, in itself, is a significant victory. Comment steady steps if you're ready to incorporate this exercise into your routine. 2. The heel-to-toe walk. If you've ever playfully attempted to walk along a narrow curb, or carefully balanced on a painted line in a park, you've unknowingly practiced a variation of one of the most potent exercises for enhancing coordination and balance, the heel-to-toe walk. While it might appear simple, even somewhat whimsical, this slow and deliberate movement actively trains your brain to maintain a strong connection with your feet. It significantly improves your spatial awareness, your understanding of your body's position in space, and it strengthens the muscles along your ankles and hips. Furthermore, it encourages your posture to naturally align, all of which play a pivotal role in preventing falls and promoting graceful movement. This exercise is particularly effective because it closely mimics the natural motion of walking, but in a slowed down, more conscious manner. By deliberately slowing the process, your body becomes acutely more aware of its own mechanics. You begin to notice subtle shifts in your weight distribution, whether you're leaning too far forward or if your foot placement is slightly off. This heightened awareness is absolutely crucial as we age, because often, the initial challenge isn't a loss of strength, but rather a decline in coordination. And this exercise is precisely how you actively retrain that vital skill. Imagine someone like Linda, an 82-year-old retired school teacher from Atlanta, who always enjoyed her daily walks in the park. However, after a minor stumble on an uneven sidewalk, she started to move with increased caution and a noticeable lack of confidence. Her physical therapist suggested the heel-to-toe walk as a key component of her rehabilitation. Linda began practicing it every morning in her hallway, taking just a few deliberate steps at a time. What surprised her the most was not just the gradual improvement in her steadiness, but also the remarkable return of her self-assurance. She no longer felt a constant fear that her body might betray her. She could once again trust her steps. To perform this movement correctly, stand tall at the beginning of a hallway or in an open space where you can comfortably take at least 10 steps forward. Place the heel of your leading foot directly in front of the toes of your trailing foot, as if you were carefully walking on a tightrope. Then, gently shift your weight forward and take your next step in the same precise heel-to-toe fashion. Move slowly and deliberately, keeping your gaze focused ahead rather than looking down at your feet. You can extend your arms out slightly to the sides if it helps you maintain your balance. It's also perfectly fine to walk alongside a wall or a counter for light support until your footing feels more secure and confident. What makes this exercise so powerful is that it not only enhances your physical balance, but also sharpens your mental focus. Your brain is actively engaged in processing each movement, each precise foot placement, and each transition. This continuous attention fosters stronger neural connections in your nervous system, which in turn helps prevent slips and missteps in your everyday life. Some people mistakenly believe that balance exercises need to be strenuous or dramatic to be effective. However, the heel-to-toe walk beautifully demonstrates otherwise. Its strength lies in its simplicity, in the slow and steady rhythm of placing one foot precisely in front of the other. This movement has been a symbol of forward progress for generations, and in this context, it becomes a literal path toward greater steadiness and strength. Over time, you'll likely notice more than just improved posture or fewer instances of wobbling. You'll likely feel taller, more centered, and more securely connected to the ground beneath you. And when you're walking across a busy parking lot or navigating the familiar terrain of your kitchen floor, that quiet sense of stability will serve as a constant reminder of the valuable work you've been doing. It's not about striving for absolute perfection. It's about being well prepared for the movements of daily life. Comment confident stride if you're going to try the heel-to-toe walk. I believe you're enjoying this video and finding these exercises helpful. Before we continue with the next crucial movement, make sure you take a moment to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you're finding it valuable, and share it with anyone you think might benefit from this information. Your support truly helps us continue creating high-quality content to inform and inspire you. Comment wonderful if you're enjoying this video so far. Now, let's move forward and discuss another incredibly important exercise for maintaining your strength and balance. 3. The sit to stand without hands. One of the most telling indicators of your strength and balance capabilities after the age of 70 is observing how effortlessly you can rise from a seated position. It might sound like a very basic action, but the ability to stand up from a chair without relying on the support of your hands is a powerful testament to your lower body strength, core control, and overall stability. This is precisely why the sit-to-stand exercise, performed without using your hands, is one of the most valuable habits you can cultivate to maintain your independence and confidence in your movements. Think about the sheer number of times you transition from sitting to standing throughout a typical day, getting up from your favorite armchair, rising from the dinner table to fetch something, or stepping out of your car after a drive. These seemingly simple everyday actions rely on a complex interplay of balance, strength, and coordination. If any one of these elements is weakened, the risk of strain or even a fall significantly increases. However, with consistent practice, this fundamental motion becomes not only safer, but also smoother and more efficient. And that very smoothness is what translates to greater ease and comfort in your daily life. Consider the experience of Benedict, a 78-year-old gentleman living in Kentucky. He had recently started avoiding his weekly poker game with his friends, not because he disliked their company, but because he dreaded the struggle of getting up from the low chairs around the table. The effort made him feel self-conscious and frustrated. Instead of resigning himself to this discomfort, he decided to take proactive steps. He began practicing sit-to-stands in his living room each morning, starting with just 5 repetitions. He focused on proper form and didn't rush the movement. Within a few weeks, he noticed a significant improvement in the strength of his legs. And within a couple of months, he was able to rise from any chair, not just at home, with much greater ease and confidence, allowing him to happily rejoin his poker group. To perform this exercise correctly, begin by sitting on a sturdy chair that won't slide on the floor. Sit upright, positioned near the edge of the seat, with your feet flat on the floor and shoulder-width apart. Cross your arms comfortably over your chest or hold them straight out in front of you for balance. Then, engage your core and press firmly through your feet to stand up slowly and deliberately, keeping your chest lifted and your back straight. Once you are fully standing, lower yourself back down into the chair with the same level of control. Avoid simply collapsing or flopping back into the seat, and try not to use momentum to propel yourself upwards. The primary goal here is to build steady, functional strength, not to achieve speed or high numbers of repetitions. You might only be able to perform 2 or 3 repetitions correctly when you first start. And that's perfectly okay. Remember, this exercise isn't about hitting a specific number. It's about improving your functional capacity. With consistent repetition, you'll notice your muscles responding and becoming stronger. Your thighs, glutes, and core muscles will become more engaged, and your transitions from sitting to standing will require less and less conscious effort. You'll likely feel more confident reaching for items on a higher shelf or standing up to greet a visitor. This movement also effectively trains your body on how to manage shifts in pressure as you rise and lower your center of gravity. Practicing this helps your nervous system become more accustomed to these changes, which can significantly reduce the likelihood of dizziness or imbalance. And because it's an action you already perform countless times each day, consciously turning it into a focused exercise habit is relatively easy to maintain. There's a profound sense of empowerment that comes from reclaiming ease in these small, fundamental movements. It's not about engaging in dramatic workouts or trying to reverse the aging process. It's about moving with intention, building trust in your body's capabilities, and reminding yourself that strength and independence are still very much within your reach. Every time you rise from a chair without the assistance of your hands, you are reaffirming that you are capable and that your body is still working in partnership with you, not against you. Comment strong foundation if you're committed to mastering the sit to stand. 4. The standing march in place. At first glance, simply marching in place might not seem like a particularly challenging or beneficial exercise. However, when performed with purpose and proper form, it transforms into one of the most effective ways to keep your body coordinated, strong, and mentally alert. This seemingly simple motion combines rhythm, posture, and mobility into one well-balanced movement. And it's especially beneficial for older adults who are looking to stay active without placing excessive strain on their joints. Marching in place actively strengthens your hip flexors, engages your core muscles, and importantly, enhances the communication pathways between your muscles and your brain. Perhaps most significantly, it helps you maintain an upright and confident posture, which is crucial for walking with ease and preventing falls as we age. As we get older, our natural steps tend to become shorter, slower, and more cautious. While this is a natural adaptation, what we often don't fully realize is the significant impact these changes can have on our overall balance. When your stride length decreases and your hip movement becomes more restricted, your posture can begin to subtly shift, and this altered alignment makes falls more likely. Standing marching helps to actively counteract this process. By consciously lifting one knee at a time and briefly holding your balance in between each step, you are effectively retraining your body to move with greater strength and coordination. It's a gentle yet powerful way to remind your legs of the natural rhythm they once possessed. Consider someone like Richard, now 85 years young, who lives in a vibrant retirement community in Arizona. After recovering from a hip replacement surgery, he noticed that his walk had become noticeably stiff and hesitant. He no longer swung his arms naturally, and he tended to avoid walking on any surface that wasn't perfectly even. His daughter, a physical therapist, suggested he try incorporating marching in place into his daily routine, perhaps during the commercial breaks while watching his favorite television shows. It sounded a bit simplistic to him, but he decided to give it a try. Within just 2 weeks, he reported feeling more energy and fluidity in his legs, and within a month, he was walking with a much more natural rhythm, less hesitation, and a renewed sense of confidence in his mobility. To start this beneficial movement, Stand tall next to a counter or a sturdy chair for optional support. Slowly lift your right knee to a comfortable height. Hold it there for a brief second. Then gently place your foot back down. Immediately repeat the same movement with your left knee, alternating back and forth in a smooth and controlled marching rhythm. You can keep your hands lightly resting on the support surface initially, or extend them forward to help with your balance as you become more comfortable. If it helps you maintain a steady rhythm, you can count your steps aloud or even march along to some gentle, uplifting music. Don't be overly concerned about how high your knees go. What truly matters is maintaining control and proper form throughout the movement, rather than focusing on achieving maximum height. Over time, as your hips and thighs become stronger, you may naturally find that your knees rise a bit higher, and your posture feels more upright and aligned. This is a sign of progress, and the more consistently you practice, the more natural and ingrained this movement will become, not just while you're consciously marching, but also when you're walking down the street, climbing stairs, or even turning quickly when someone calls your name. This exercise also offers the added benefit of helping you stay mentally alert. The coordinated movement between your upper and lower body engages more areas of your brain, helping to keep your reflexes sharp and your focus steady. This is one of the beautiful aspects of marching in place. It effectively works both your physical body and your cognitive functions simultaneously. Comment rhythmic motion if you're ready to march your way to better balance. Now that we've explored each of these 4 simple, yet incredibly powerful exercises, take a moment to reflect on what surprised you the most. Was it the remarkable effectiveness of something as fundamental as standing on one leg? Or perhaps the gentle yet significant strength building benefits of marching in place? The truth is, you don't need elaborate routines or countless hours spent at the gym to regain and improve your balance. What you truly need is consistency, a heightened awareness of your body, and a firm belief that your body is still capable of improvement, because it absolutely is. And it all starts with taking one small, deliberate step at a time. Balance isn't just about preventing falls. It's about so much more. It's about walking through your home with unwavering confidence, moving without hesitation, and being able to pick up something you've dropped on the floor without any fear or apprehension. It's about reclaiming your freedom to move, to go wherever you please, and to wholeheartedly say yes to invitations without ever having to wonder if your body will be able to keep up. These 4 exercises are not merely physical movements. They are powerful tools that can help you rebuild trust in your own footing and in your body's inherent ability to support you. Don't let their simplicity fool you. Small, consistent movements, when repeated daily with intention, can create profound and lasting shifts in your overall stability and well-being. Think of each repetition of these exercises as a valuable gift you are giving to your future self. Every time you lift your leg for a single leg stand, rise from a chair without using your hands, or take those deliberate heel-to-toe steps, you are actively investing in a future that feels stronger, steadier, and ultimately more secure. There's no need for rushing or pressure. Only the steady, quiet progress that naturally builds when you decide that your health and well-being still matter deeply, and that it's truly never too late to make a positive change. These movements might not appear dramatic or strenuous, but the cumulative impact they can have on your life over time is truly profound, and you absolutely deserve to experience that strength and stability for yourself. Thank you so much for joining us today on this journey to better balance. We would genuinely love to hear from you. Please take a moment to leave a comment below and share one key thing you learned from this video today and how you plan to incorporate it into your daily life. Your thoughts and experiences are incredibly important to us, so please don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments provides us with great motivation and encouragement to continue creating valuable content for you. If you enjoyed this video and found the information helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and share it with your friends and family who might also benefit from these exercises. Your support is invaluable, and helps us continue our mission of creating good content to inform, inspire, and empower you. Thanks so much for watching, and we truly look forward to seeing you in our next video. Remember to subscribe, like, and share this video to help others discover these valuable exercises. Before you go, be sure to check out some of our other interesting videos on this channel for more tips and advice on staying healthy, active, and independent as you age. You might find your next favorite video right here.